Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be testing out, and I'm doing a kind of a review because I've already tried them, the new Dior Forever Skin Star Filter, as well as the bronzer, highlighter, and blush colors of the Glow Maximizer. So I have all shades, not all of the shades available, but I have a bronzer, highlight, and a blush shade. So yeah, let's get into this and let's compare, let's swatch. We'll start out with the Dior Star Forever Glow Star Filter. I have a few glowy primers. So right off the bat, for comparison, this Dior one is not gonna give you the Charlotte Tilbury glow. We're just gonna go ahead and swatch some of these. I have the e.l.f., which, you know, swatches, these, I really don't know if you're going to be able to see a good comparison. And then next down is the MAC. And then next, L'Oreal Glotion. I don't want to be in focus. The Glotion. This one is Charlotte Tilbury. You can see how reflective that is. And then this last one is the 4-in-1 Maybelline Glow. And then again, Dior. So, I mean, compared to all of them, the Dior is most comparable to the Charlotte Tilbury and the e.l.f. with glow factor. Honestly, these two, very similar. So yeah, let's just go ahead and put it on her face. See how she wears. So let's go ahead and let's just put her on our face. The packaging is as you would expect. Super luxe. You've got the CD, glass bottle. You can see all of my lighting. And of course, it's very hefty, very weighty. It has 30 mils. The e.l.f. has 31.5, 50 for MAC. That's pretty good. Glotion 40, and this wasn't cheap. I purchased this straight from Dior's website because I wanted the freebies. Like, if you're gonna purchase something from Dior and you're debating on whether to get like Sephora points or freebies from Dior, in my opinion, the codes for Dior, let me just say, like, that's why I bought all this from Dior. But let's go ahead and let's put this on our face and see how it's looking. It is on the thicker side. Like, as you can see on my face, it's not dripping at all. So it's very similar to like the e.l.f. consistency and the Charlotte Tilbury consistency. I'm just gonna blend this with a Sephora 64 brush, and we're gonna just blend it like it's foundation, basically. There definitely is some coverage. I mean, it's very light. And it doesn't do anything like for your pores. It's just glow. So, but I think it's pretty. I think it's definitely, like this one, I would be more comfortable with wearing out like just this. Put some blush on, put some bronzer on kind of thing. Like, you can definitely see the glow. And I think it's beautiful. I think it's like a radiance, honestly, is what it feels like. Just a nice radiant glow. Now, I definitely use this with like a glowy foundation, more of a glowy foundation. And I definitely think it's too much because I get a little bit oily, not crazy. And by the end of the day, it's just too much. Too much of a greasy hot mess. You can definitely feel it. It's not dried down. It is sticky. It does transfer. But we're going to go ahead and go over it with foundation. And today I'm going to be using the Ren Beauty foundation. I really, really love this foundation. So I'm just curious to see how she's looking. I wiped off that same brush. So let's go ahead and apply this. It's more of a matte foundation. So I'm curious to see how it kind of either cancels or covers the shine, or if the shine is able to peek through. So let's go ahead. I think the earrings are gonna have to come off because I'm getting foundation all over them. This foundation, it's keeping the glow, but it looks so good. It looks like a whole different foundation to me. Cause like for Ren Beauty, it's more on the matte side, natural, but like this is now a glowy, dewy look. And I really like it. Okay, so before I go in with concealer, I actually want to do the bronzer. Should we do that? Let's go in with concealer and then we'll do the bronzer, the Glow Maximizer, bronzer, and blush. over, and then we can set it and do the rest of the face and all that good stuff. Now to the exciting part. Let's go ahead and go in with the bronzer. So this shade is bronze. I believe what's interesting is that these liquid highlighter forever glow maximizers from Dior, they say limited availability, and only the Star Glow filter or Glow Star filter is available on Sephora. So I'm wondering if this is like limited edition. I'm not sure. This is the bronze color. It's very beautiful. They all come with this dove. It's pretty thick. So let's go ahead. You kind of, I would suggest working in sections. I would not just go on your whole face and then blend. It's a little bit harder if it's set. So we're just gonna do like a few dots there and then just blend this out. Like, it's definitely easier to blend out when you blend it immediately. Like, this is pretty, and it just sits on top of your foundation very lovely. Definitely glow. They all are glowy. Like, you can see the glow. I mean, it's like a liquid highlighter, but I think it's pretty. I think that the bronze is a little pink toned. Oh yeah, I meant to say there's 6 shades, and it looks like there's only one bronze shade. Yeah, there's only one, so it's just this shade. But there's like promo pics of one of the models using like the bronze as the bronzer shade, and then there's the blush tones as like blush, and then you have like the more highlighter shades. You know what's been a recent struggle is these baby hairs sometimes will clump together and like make it look like it's not blended. Nobody else has this problem. I am aware of that. But let's just go. We're gonna do the other side. I just take whatever's left on my brush and do my nose. Like, you definitely can go overboard very easily, but it blends out pretty easy. I will say for this entire, like every one of these products, if you have oily skin, don't. Like, you're not gonna like, because it's so dewy. So dewy that I'm honestly not sure what it would look like at the end of the day, because I know that I'm not a really oily person, but like by the end of the day my skin will look very dewy. I mean, it does now, and this is me doing my makeup for the first part of the day, so that's all I'll say about that. We're gonna go in with the blush. This is in the shade Rosy. And one thing I was a little bit was that, you know, are these gonna show up? Is it gonna have pigment, or is it just gonna be like shine? Because you can't build up, you know, if you have a liquid highlighter like this and you try to build it up to get more pigment, you obviously will get more shine, and then you'll just look like a greasy hot mess, you know. It just doesn't end. But surprisingly, these have great pigment. Like, you don't need to go in again with another, like, do you see the bronzer? Like, you can tell I'm bronzed. We're gonna go in with the blush, do the same thing. It's the same applicator, all of that. And I just go a little bit higher and then blend it out. I almost think that this one is more pigmented than like the bronzer shade, but it just blends so easily. It doesn't disturb underneath. Now, I will say these retail for $45. These will not cater to everybody, and I do not think you should wear this with a full beat, like full glam. No ma'am. But I think for like people who don't wear like a lot of makeup and are more like everyday kind of thing, and who have like even dry skin, normal to dry, I would definitely say. because I'm more normal. And then I just take some on my nose. But do you see, like, it's dewy, but it's pigmented, like it's there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna I'm gonna finish my makeup, and then we'll come back and do the highlighter color and give my final thoughts. And yeah, so let's just get it. See you in a second. Time for the final. This is in the shade Pearly. And it is like this white pearlescent. It is like every color of the rainbow glitters inside this. This is definitely not for the faint of heart. This is not an everyday luminizer, okay? That shade is pearly and it's like almost blue, holographic. Okay, so this is me wiping away the liquid and what's left are the glitter. There's a lot of glitter in this one, which is strange because I don't find that there's like, these are the bronzer and the blush have very fine particles, but for some reason this luminizer is chunkier, or maximizer, sorry, is chunkier. But what I also found is that if you put these on a set base dry face, it's not gonna work. It'll be patchy, you'll have dots on your face. I tried it and it was the worst experience of my life, okay? Had to take off all my makeup because of this. So but when I use this on the back of my hand and then just go in with the brush on the back of my hand and tap it out, you gotta be quick, but it looks so much better. So much better. So let's go ahead and we'll do that now and I'll show you. And let me tell you, she's probably the one that shows up the most. Like, she's bam. She's probably the shiniest, glowiest. But honestly, I like it. Like, I think it's pretty. I think all of them are pretty. You just have to like this certain look. Like, for festivals, this white color would be so beautiful. Oh, it would be gorgeous. But then again, like, it's $45 and I wouldn't get it just to use like for a festival. But who knows? If you do this like kind of thing every day, definitely go for it. Yeah, it's definitely quite blinding. I think that the bronzer, okay, so here's a look at the highlight. She's definitely beaming. Like, she's a highlight, okay? Before, when I set my face, did the rest of my makeup, it wasn't really terribly glowy. I mean, it is, you can see it's pretty glowy. The one complaint I have, well, I have several. Let's just go ahead and let's do our final thoughts because, so starting off, we'll go in order. The Glow Star Filter. I like it. I think it's lovely. I definitely don't think you can use this on its own. Meaning, if you're using it as a primer, I would definitely put a pore filling primer on. And this, I think this is lovely. Like, even set down, it has a very nice, natural, radiant look to the skin, and I really like that. So that is a plus for me on this one. Packaging, it's Dior. Like, oh, I got this in the shade 2, by the way, also. But yeah, I think it's lovely. I really like how my base looks, you know, besides the pores. My pores, they're large and in charge, okay? I don't like that. So, and she retails for, I think I said 56, something like that, 56. So, I don't know how much the Charlotte Tilbury is. I only have the mini size, but I do like this. Now, the bronzer, I like. Probably will use her in the summer, to be honest. It's like a sunburnt bronzer. Like, it's definitely a redder toned bronzer, you can see. Honestly, you could probably use it as a blush too. It looked fine on me. But yeah, I do like this. It's not glittery, it's more like a fine, refined glow. So I really, really like this. The blush, same thing. I think the blush is gorgeous. I like the color on my skin. Even set, these products keep their glow, so I really do like them. If you're into the super glowy, naturally look, even with no makeup, I think these would perform. Now, the pearly color, I'm not a fan of. I'm also not a fan of using any of these products over powder. It's just harder to work with, more complicated. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. And I like it a little bit set down to decrease that glow because it's just so much. It's very glowy, which I like that it's universal. I can set it and make it less glowy, or I can wear it on its own and it's like bam, you know what I'm saying? I can get both. It's like two different products. But this is just glittery. This is a hot mess glittery. I think if you have the budget to spend on this for like a festival, girl, this would be cute. Like put your hair in braids, mermaid kind of look, jewels and all. This will be cute. This will be really cute. I don't have my earrings in. Hold on, let me put my earrings in. But for the price, you have to justify with your budget the price. The other thing too is that these, I think, are limited edition, limited availability. I don't think they're going to be available all the time. So if you want one, definitely get your hands on them now. The Glow Star Filter is available on Sephora right now. So if you want to try it out, definitely do it. But yeah, those are my final thoughts. Thank you guys for sticking around and listening. And yeah, have an amazing day. Bye.